So if you're looking for a resinous treat to keep you warm this season, I've got a real awesome fragrance for you to check out. This one by Carner Barcelona is called Megalium. I'm excited to give you my thoughts on this fragrance, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin today's episode and I tell you about this resinous, incensey, and spicy fragrance that is absolutely spectacular for the colder weather, especially if you're looking for something bold, something charismatic, something that has a really edgy personality to it, I want to start things off by saying that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it. Hit the bell icon so you could be notified whenever I do upload future videos to the channel. And of course, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, or if you took something of value from today's episode. Would really mean a lot to me. So I'm a huge fan of Carner Barcelona. Throughout the years, I've acquired Rose and Dragon. I purchased El Born. D600 is another great one. I never purchased that one, but I still have intentions on buying that one. Here we have one called Megalium. Now this fragrance is spicy, warm, ambery, cinnamony, incensey. As a matter of fact, we look at the note breakdown here. You have royal cinnamon essence from Laos, cinnamon tree leaves from Sri Lanka, mandarin, calamus. In the heart, you have nutmeg, pimento berry essence, white pepper, and Bulgarian rose. And then in the dry down is where all of the ambery and incense ingredients come together. Olibanum extract from Somalia, Ethiopian myrrh extract, Yemeni apopanax extract, and styrax resin. So this is a fragrance that is like a warm blanket that envelops you and just gives you some of the most awesome ingredients that you can expect to wear right around this time of the year. Certainly all of these resins and incense and amber ingredients definitely put me in the mindset of fall and winter. In any case, I'm excited to talk to you about the smell and how it evolves on my skin. Let's start things off with the presentation. So the opening, as I said before, is very spicy and very incensey. There's so much going on in this fragrance. And despite the fact that there is nutmeg and there's white pepper, cinnamon is the name of the game when it comes to this fragrance. If you don't like cinnamon, you're not gonna like this fragrance. If you're a fan of cinnamon as it's used in other fragrance and you know of its potentiality in really warming up the fragrance and making it that much more interesting, that's truly the effect that the cinnamon has in this fragrance. Also, a touch of that orange that's in here really opens up the warmth of the cinnamon and makes it smell less medicinal and more on the side of something very festive, something that puts you in a very nice frame of mind, something that smells very autumnal as well. Now, to be honest with you, immediately this fragrance reminded me of some other fragrances that I absolutely love, some of which were composed by one of my favorite perfumers, and this one is exceptionally well done as well. Definitely goes in its own direction after a while. It reminds me a little bit of Potion by D Squared, which was composed by Annick Menardo. It reminds me of Lilliput by Tiziana Terenzi. The perfumer there is Paolo Terenzi. It also reminds me a little bit of another fragrance that I purchased alongside all of those, and it's called Baume du Doge by Eau de Thalie, composed by Bertrand Duchaufour, one of my favorite perfumers. Had the chance to meet him in person and everything. This fragrance definitely has that warm, resinous, cinnamony incense quality that all of those other fragrances have, and I really, really admire that quality about those other fragrances. But I think the thing that I enjoy about this one is that it actually goes in a bit of a darker direction. In terms of the amber that's in here, it is dominated by the styrax, in my opinion. Styrax can be rather dry and medicinal, very viscous, thick smelling. It doesn't have that exotic flavor that labdanum has. I do get Apopanax because it has that warm, resinous, genial tone about it. Apopanax is also found in very large amounts in Jubilation 25 by Amouage, and I am kind of getting that sweet myrrh, that Apopanax quality. Myrrh itself, especially the bitter variety, kind of smells like rubber to my nose. Thankfully, I'm not getting that from this fragrance, but I am getting a hearty dose of that cinnamon. So it's cinnamon, orange, and this dry amber with a touch of sweetness, nothing powdery at all. Even when I revisit the note breakdown, I think to myself, am I getting a lot of rose? Not really. Am I getting a whole lot of nutmeg, can't say that I am. But in terms of these other ingredients that are in here, the cinnamon, the incense, the resins, I certainly am getting that. And Elborn is a little bit on the boozier side for me. I love that fragrance, especially right around this time of the year, fall and winter. It does wonders on my skin. But I'm going to be switching it up quite a bit with Megalium. Despite the fact that this fragrance was released several years ago, I'm only recently fully giving myself time to spend with it, and I'm really glad that I am, because I am falling in love with this fragrance. If you can get yourself a sample of this, please do. I think it will be really, really worth your time. Let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. Now, first up, in terms of the uniqueness and the overall smell, I did compare it to a few other fragrances: Potion by D Squared, Lilliput by Tiziana Terenzi, and Baume du Doge by Eau de Thalie. Nevertheless, I do think that this fragrance takes things in a bit of a darker direction on account of the white pepper, the pimento berry, and also some of the resins that are in here, namely the myrrh, but it is in the same family. So if you like any of those other fragrances, but you're looking for something that's a bit of a darker expression, also incredibly long lasting, definitely check out Megalium. Longevity on this one, 9 to 10 hours on my skin. This one does remarkably well when it comes to performance. Projection was great for the first hour of application. It radiated within an arm's length. It became an elbow's length scent right around hour 5, a skin scent right around hour 8 or 9. On a good day, you might get upwards of 9 or 10 hours. So it really depends on your skin chemistry. If you're wearing it for the majority of the time, if you're wearing it indoors or outdoors, all of those things will be dependent on how well it does on your skin, in my opinion. In terms of the versatility, this one is great for the colder weather, so fall and winter. I think somebody who's a little bit more experienced when it comes to niche fragrances, and perhaps somebody who's really a bit on the older side of things, will probably fully appreciate this one versus like a high school student or something like that. And this definitely gives me a formal occasion vibe as opposed to a casual vibe, especially given the fact that a lot of niche brands can err on this pricier side of things. And in terms of the presentation, I really do love the presentation. I love the squarish cap with the rectangular appearance on the bottle here. Very well done. My final verdict on this fragrance is it utilizes a DNA that I've encountered in fragrances before and that I truly love. It has a lot of warm, ambery, and spicy ingredients that are perfect for the fall and winter, and it does it in such a way that's a bit darker than other fragrances I'd compare it to, and it's very long lasting, which makes me very happy, especially now that the weather has started getting quite cold outside. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for watching my review of Megalium by Carner Barcelona. If you own or have tried this fragrance or any fragrance by Carner Barcelona, let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. Always love the interaction. Also, if you enjoyed this review or if you took something of value from today's video, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it. Hit the bell icon and also click where it says enable all notifications. This way you'll be notified whenever I upload a future video. And give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.